Live from the studio of his parents' basement, the Have You Seen It podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. Sitting across me is the one and only Cash Krause. But before we begin, if you guys can please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. So with that said, Cash, what are we reviewing today?
Today, we're reviewing an Indian Hindi language thriller drama film titled Jalsa.
Jalsa.
I don't know what that means.
Just released, too, a couple weeks ago on Prime Video.
Pretty new.
Yep.
Pretty new.
I saw the trailer for this, and it piqued my interest. We did not do a trailer reaction on this, but...
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I did see it on Prime Video, and I was like, ooh, this would be a good one to review. This one looks good.
Yeah, you recommended it. But yeah, we'll start off right off the bat.
All right.
Is it a... What part of India is this from?
What, Hindi?
Yeah, but what...
Hindi language, but like what part in India?
Yeah, because they had the warnings when they were smoking.
That is true. It was very, very tiny on the right hand.
But still there.
Smoking is hazardous to one's
Yeah.
health.
And I thought they didn't do that in like the larger part of India.
That is
I thought that was more of a southern India kind of thing.
Yeah, like Malayalam and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you notice that kind of thing.
Yeah.
When but when any text pops up on a screen, you read it.
It's noticeable. If it's
you
not
gotta read
subtitles.
it. Yeah, for sure. But so that was my first question right off the bat. Maybe someone in the comments can help me out, figure that out, because
let us know in the comment section.
Because there was a lot of smoking and drinking in Triple R, wasn't there?
There was.
Like everyone
These
had
guys
a
were having
fucking
fun.
smoke
Yeah,
in
everyone
there.
had a cigar.
No warnings in that.
No, not a single one.
Maybe it's only for the big films, which is kind of shitty if you're doing that to the small films.
Yeah.
Which is weird because more people are going to see the big films. So
And
I
I really
think you need that warning.
In 2022, I feel like everyone on planet Earth knows that smoking is injurious to one's health.
Yeah.
You know? Seems odd that you still got to throw that up.
But still, cool as hell.
Oh, yeah. It is.
And that's our message to everyone out there.
Flick it after the word, the butt. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't instantly get cooler than just popping out a marble, you know. They say the easiest way to quit smoking is to stop being cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just stop being cool.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, Jalsa, like I said, it's a thriller.
It is.
It's so a lot of twists and turns, a little mystery going on there. Got to start out with the premise. Let's just jump in this premise because it's a little jolting not knowing anything about the film.
Right, and then going into it.
Like I did. But yeah, so it starts out with a normal teen girl, teen guy.
Yep.
In
sneaking out.
Normal industrial area where everyone used to date.
That's where they used to hang out.
So romantic.
It is super.
A lot of loose wiring.
Yeah.
Metal, concrete.
Right.
Nothing gets you in the mood.
More than concrete. Yeah, let me tell you.
Nothing scarier for a female, though, being in that kind of area.
Right.
So this guy taking her here, I don't know his motive. All right. Right off the bat.
I think the motive was pretty clear.
I'm getting red flags, okay? Red flags shooting up for me. And she's getting them, too. Smart gal.
She is.
But, of course, look where you're at, you know. It's not a great area.
Well, and they initially went there because she wanted to get more likes on social media or something like that because he was like her photographer, and then he's like, "All right," 5 minutes in, he's like, "All right, I'm done." And he's like, "Ooh."
Yeah, trying to make a was to get more likes was in the factory area of the city.
Like, go somewhere a little more colorful, you know, not just concrete around
India,
everywhere.
I haven't seen a lot of it, but I know there's a lot of beauty in that place.
There is a lot of beauty in India.
So don't go into the fucking old shirt factory or wherever you're at and getting snaps. It does make for good YouTube videos. I don't know if you watch the urban explorations where they go. That's a good YouTube video, but not a good Instagram pic for sure. But so anyways, she goes for the likes. He's not going for the likes.
No.
Little do we know, he's in there for another motive.
He is, and it's clear as day. Because he's walking around, and you see a roll of quarters the whole time.
Well, it's clear as day knowing that no guy in the world is going for the likes.
No. Well, he's going to sneak out in the middle of the night, go hang out alone with a girl just to help you with your social
Ladies,
media.
I hate to say it. I hate to tell you. It's
not that simple.
It's a cruel world we live in. But yeah, middle of the night too, it seems like, right?
Yes, very much
We
so.
actually
She snuck
know
out.
that it's the middle of the night because the boss is leaving really late, the journalist.
Yep. Maya. Which,
That's another thing. I did like the element of the story where it's like everyone was like kind of weird because they didn't want to admit that she was out that late.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid. Like, we got bigger fish to fry here,
do.
people. But anyways, this is the first 5 minutes. It's not really spoiling anything. So,
right, of course.
So she's dating. The guy's getting a little handsy at this point. You know, I thought this was an Instagram peer date. I thought you were just strictly my photographer.
This was a wholesome friendship.
Mutual. I made that very clear. He gets a little handsy.
Yeah, he does. He a little too flirtatious.
She's out of this. Breaks the hands.
Which was exactly what was taught in the self-defense class. She did a tremendous job.
Of course, break the
The
hands.
form was perfect.
Kick the nuts, though.
Oh, yeah.
Is what they tell you in self-defense class. And for men and women, it's going to win you the fight 9 times out of 10.
Yes.
It's not going to win you a lot of respect on the streets.
No, but it's a high success rate for getting out of there.
Yes, but she did not do that. Should have.
Probably should have.
I still don't think that would have saved her in the end.
No.
But goes away. She's running out, though. Maybe she thinks the guy's chasing her. I don't know. Well, he kind of is.
He kind of is, yeah.
And that's a weird moment for a guy, too, because you want to apologize.
Yeah, you're like,
but you can't
sorry,
keep
but
going
like,
full
hey,
sprint.
I'm so sorry. You're like, what?
Get back here, you bitch, so I can apologize to you.
You hurt my ego.
Yeah, because now this guy's like, who's she going to tell? Now everyone's going to know I was a fucking weirdo. Now I got to fucking finish this gal. Yeah, so it immediately turns dark.
It does.
That's what the woman's thinking, right? Mm-hmm. Runs away, runs straight into a road. Again, me not knowing. I got no idea what this fucking movie is. For me, this is the main character. She's going to live throughout the entire thing. We're going to learn to love her.
Were you jolted when that happened?
Who wouldn't be?
Luckily, I knew what the film was about, so I knew
the trailer leads
coming.
in with that. Yeah, I assume the trailer, absolutely.
Oh, that's so funny.
But no idea. Definitely, I knew someone was gonna. I thought for sure, like it was gonna be, unfortunately, sexual assault. So my head's in that place.
Yep.
But when you see that fucking sedan around that corner,
oh boy, and that thing plowed right
becomes
into
a whole nother movie.
And it was so it was just like boom,
and very well done.
Yes, very well done.
I definitely like to critique like car accidents in films, like plane crashes, because they can look really stupid and really cheesy, or be really well done.
Yeah.
And when they're really well done, it shakes you up a little bit.
It does, yeah.
So she gets. I mean, you're thinking, no way she's walking that one off.
No, and she doesn't.
She'll never play basketball again.
But
she'll never do anything again.
It's so like, and yes, the initial scene, it goes back, and then it like but
well, it immediately shows you it at that first opening.
When she's on and she's laying awkwardly on the sidewalk,
curve on the neck, she's gonna have a stiff neck in the
morning. Real stiff neck.
You can't sleep like that.
I think she's got bigger problems than just a stiff neck at this point. Things are not looking up.
You thinking there's no way she's living this one?
No, I didn't I thought for sure she was dead.
Yeah.
And what a shitty thing for the guy to do. Like, I mean, shitty of Maya, too, to drive away.
Yeah.
Let's
talk about that.
I mean, Maya, she's supposed to be this
journalist
with so much integrity.
A journalist should know this is gonna get out.
Someone's gonna find this story. It's not gonna be good for me. But she panics. But first, she sees a motorbike because it was the guy, obviously.
This guy
he bails too.
Fast. In her head, she's got like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. And
that's why I would have stuck around and called the police.
Of course,
because you could have been like, "Hey, this guy was chasing her. She ran right." Mm-hmm. Though, really, I thought the whole reason that she didn't stop was that there was kind of a party, maybe, and she was drinking.
Well, remember her and her boss that she seemed to have a romance with, but she had some alcohol with him, hard alcohol.
But it's never brought up ever again, and that's why I kind of thought it was weird, because it's like, it's made to maybe just think that she just panicked and took off.
Well, she did bring it up to the boss after, like, she told him.
Right, yeah.
She said briefly, well, and not only that, but I did have a drink with you, and I didn't want to, blow, because I don't know what the laws are in India as far as, like, drinking and driving. It might be, like, a zero tolerance policy.
Well, it's zero tolerance when you hit a gal.
Well, and then drive off. Yeah.
No matter if you had half a sip of wine, they're going to get you for it.
But
it is zero. Yeah, definitely. I assume it's zero tolerance there, too.
I got to be honest, though. The writing was really good for Maya because, like, you know she is a good person. She means well. But she's stuck in this situation where she clearly does the wrong thing, and then she's trying to cover it up, But But,
I know it, but then
just
it
escalates
gets
and escalates.
Well, it escalates because of how close the gal ended up being to her, which small world, I guess. But
which was Roxana, which was her maid, kind of taking care of the boy.
that was her daughter that she hit.
Yeah, her daughter.
What a cruel world.
Crazy.
Could have been any fucking gal off the street.
Could have been literally the 1.5 billion people in India.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
Small world for sure, but yeah. I don't. I wish maybe they would have added a little more to that, of why it ended up being her, and like more than it was just a coincidence.
Yeah.
I thought maybe because that was her mom, that maybe they were in the same neighborhood or something, so they were close, but they never get into that too much. Yeah. But just cruel fate.
Mm-hmm. But I love the opening because, like, and I love the acting too. Maya, who is played by Vidya Balan, I thought she knocked it out of the park because she hits her, and like she's like obviously in this state of shock. She gets into the house, and then she's just like trembling. But the car.
I know.
What are you doing?
I know.
CCTV footage. It's right there. And you're like,
you don't have to be a true crime expert.
I know. If anything, you drive that car into a ditch somewhere.
You hit something else. A deer.
A deer, yes. Or a tree.
The problem is the earring
embedded. Embedded, yes. And
but as an investigator, though, that's another thing where I'm like, she should have known.
Yeah,
of course, she wasn't like a mastermind where she's like, I mean, she was definitely in shock.
Yeah.
But after you run, you got to go into, there's no point, you got to go forward, you know, you ran already. Mm-hmm. You can't swing back around. No. You lied, so you got to go forward with it. You got to make for the best at this point, and you got to cover the car up, do something, fix something, hit something, hit a pole.
Yeah. When it's so
there wasn't
crazy,
a lot of blood.
Because it's cover up after cover up, and we slowly start to realize, like, her driver wanted $500,000 for his family stuff.
So many holes.
Well, and he took care of it because she paid him.
Yeah.
I don't know if there were holes in this, actually. I thought it was pretty well covered for the most part.
No, I mean, there's so many holes in, like, her plan.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
To where she, like, everyone saw her.
Right, everyone. Yeah, okay, I see, yeah. No, yeah, she did not think this one through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's so many holes in, like, everyone, like, wanted a piece of the action where, like, the mailman saw her, the milkman saw her. Now he's, like, he's blackmailing her, and, like, the cops are in on it somehow.
And she just straight up tells her boss, too, and the boss is trying to cover because she's the prominent figure for their newsroom.
Yes.
And, like, she's the one, you know, integrity.
Well, not that, but she's kind of sleeping with the guy.
She kind of. No, she most certainly is. They're lovers.
Which is not wrong because she wasn't even married.
No, she was divorced.
She had and her ex-husband had us smoking hot Russian. Hello. Ding, ding, big winner.
And another kid, too. But you know what?
But the good relationship, but, you know, he traded her in for smoking hot Russian. A little bitterness there. It's got to be.
Oh, yeah. There's a little resentfulness.
Ex-husbands could not be happier.
Her career shooting up.
Of course, but at what cost, Mason? That is what we learn.
Yeah.
The cost. She was keeping people distant.
Well, think about this. She must have had a buttload of money because she had to pay her driver $500,000, and then she had to pay for all the medical expenses.
Yes.
Of the woman that she hit because
only right.
But at the time, Roxana didn't even know. She had no idea. But dude,
she should never have visited the girl in the hospital. That was the thing. Once you see the girl, it's like, how deep are you trying to get here?
I know.
Either separate yourself or admit that you did this problem. You know, she was always half in, half out.
Yep.
If you're going to pay one guy off, you know, pay everyone off and get done with it. But it gets too much to her.
Yeah. Well, and then you have that young reporter come in, and she's fiery. She wants a job. She wants to be known.
Never good.
Notoriety. No.
Never good.
You want to get them out of
there. Clip her.
And that's the thing.
It's bad to say. That's how you become a Fox News or it's like, let's get rid of the good journalists because they're only going to make us look bad. Yeah, because we got a lot of skeletons.
We just
in the closet.
need yes people. Yeah, yes men, yes women. We don't need.
This isn't journalism. It's entertainment.
Yes, of course. It's different. It's different.
It's different. Legally, it's different. Yes. Okay. You can say anything you want if it's entertainment.
You can.
You can straight up lie to people. Right. But yeah. You never want a good, hard-nosed journalist in the newsroom.
No.
When a day ago you hit someone. Because good journalists can smell that out.
What our boss, too.
They love a story
And that's the thing. Her subconscious must have been messing with her a little bit because her boss tells her she's got a story on this. Tell her her sources are wrong. Get her the hell out of here. And Maya, for whatever reason, is like encouraging her to investigate more, which is not the best move, Maya.
No,
I mean, I know you
playing
feel real guilty, but
it's this weird cat and mouse game she's playing that you never feel like she's gonna win.
No.
At all. She's got too many things going on. She's got the son, cerebral palsy going on.
Severe, yep.
That's a lot. She's got this. She's going for the highest of journalist position. I don't even know what it is, but she's got her own show right now. She's thinking everyone's getting after that job. Refuses to even talk to her boss when he brings up anything. She plays the music really loud.
Yeah.
Loves heavy metal, surprisingly.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Had she not been rocking out
Jamming out, she went to to
Sabbath, she may have heard the girl running towards her in the car.
But it just escalates from there because then we get the police officer who with the CCTV
and
footage.
This is kind of where the writing
blind.
goes in and out. Like, well, how much happened that night?
Right. There was a lot.
To be this camera, it's catching everything. Like, give that camera a reward. I mean, holy hell. To an hour before this random event, the cop was... I don't know what, he was beating some guy? He was...
Well, and then taking a bribe. He took a bribe from him to hang the sign up where there was a CCTV camera.
Are these cops and journalists not aware of what is happening in the world today?
No, they aren't. No.
They're not aware that there's cameras everywhere.
Every corner. I mean, we've got one right in front of our face.
Yeah, and I have to hold back
a lot of what we want. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to hold back murdering people. Of course. Because I know it's on camera.
You threatened to murder me a few times off there.
A few times, yes. But yeah, shit's happening. The cop, of course, salt in the wound because you can't write a cop these days in any film without him having to retire the next month.
I love it, too, because India never writes a good cop. They're always just dirty, taking bribes, being real, or beating people. Hitting their bottoms of their feet with whips, or sticks. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
And that's why, again, probably another reason why she didn't stop at the scene. She knows what's happening. Mm-hmm. You know how you treat people that fucking hit people. Even if you stop, I feel like they might beat you.
Yeah, they might.
Might give you sticks to the feet, which is the worst, you know.
Of course.
Here in America, we just get thrown into a little tiny cell for the rest of our lives. Yeah. But the beatings, you know, they only happen by fellow inmates.
Right. We got to talk about Roxana, though, which was the kind of caretaker for her son.
She was great.
She was awesome.
Well, she was probably the best, I thought, in the entire film.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she is just distraught through the entire thing.
Shefali Shah is her name.
For good reason, her daughter... She thinks her daughter, one, was a harlot because she was out past 9 p.m. or whatever time it was.
And then remember, like, the aunt or whatever shows up with the two daughters and is like, man, I don't know why she would go out and do this kind of things. My kids would never do
matter.
This.
It does not matter.
It doesn't matter at this point. She's like on life support.
She's in a coma.
Like, seriously, we could talk about this later. Like,
she could be doing anything
at
this point. Anything, you know,
but
selling
this is
hard
not the
drugs.
time.
Yeah, I know.
When she's unconscious. It's crazy.
Yeah, like we got to get to the bottom of it because she's grounded when she gets out of that coma.
And I literally felt like her sister was literally just bragging that my daughters are better. They never got in a situation like this. And I was like, dude,
total
come on.
aunt move, though.
It is an aunt move. Absolutely. Trying to one-up
Everyone's got that aunt where no matter what's going on, someone died, anything, they're coming in there and they're trying to make you feel like shit. Yeah. But, yeah, I know. That's the thing, everyone was making her feel like shit, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I love the acting.
She's the one person that should not have been feeling like shit during this.
No, if anything, she would be the one that you'd like want to help.
Yeah.
But man, the acting from Shefali, just her mannerisms, her facial expressions.
Yeah, well, she was crying throughout the entire thing. Every scene she was fucking tears,
and you could just see the sadness and the irritation.
Does deliver some clean slaps though at some point.
She's got a backhand for days.
Well, she kind of John Wicks it at one point where she goes, you know what, cops aren't doing it. I'm gonna figure it out. Mm-hmm. And she goes to a couple machine shops, couple automotive shops. That's where these guys hang out.
She roughs up a couple guys,
without a doubt.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
She's got quite the swing.
Oh, absolutely.
Would not want to get slapped.
One guy's getting the shit beat out of him through the entire film.
He really is. And it's so funny.
He gets kicked for real at one point when he's like working in the car.
Yep.
And there's no way they're faking those kicks.
No.
He gets kicked and he's thrown, and the guy is delivering heavy kicks. They're not pulling those kicks.
No.
I don't believe it. There's that
Well, she
chance.
beat the shit out of the wrong guy. He said he was the guy who went out with her, and he wasn't even the guy. And
I
then
know.
later on, he drags her and goes, "Auntie, this is the guy." Shoves him down the
Yeah.
rain. He's like begging for his life. He's
Well,
like,
he knows the
"I
beating that guy fucking
That's
got.
what I was gonna say. He's like, I don't want that kind of beating.
Send me to prison.
Yeah, seriously, for life.
Yeah,
It's not worth that beating. That woman's got a stern backhand.
Well, fuck yeah, especially I mean, that's got to be like any mom, right?
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
the wrath.
fury of
Yes.
she'll burn that entire city to the ground.
To make sure you are feeling that pain.
Yeah, exactly. But again, crazy that the daughter survives.
Yeah.
I mean, tough as nail, this chick.
For sure. I thought she was dead for sure. Especially when she's on the curb. It was very
It doesn't look good.
Off-putting,
And
no.
another thing, that's what kind of made me feel like it was more Malayalam film, because, usually like larger indie stuff, they don't kind of steer away from that kind of stuff. Not this film.
No, this was
It
very
went back to it a
grounded
few
and real.
times,
Yeah.
where she's just gurgling.
Dude,
I'm thinking she's not going to make this one.
it was uneasy because she was like,
know. Well, not even that. We got
Like
there with this.
seizing.
But she's like, yeah, a rickshaw guy brought her in. A guy with a fucking wheelbarrow.
yeah. Literally brings her in on this, like, I'm just like, goodness
For one-
gracious.
Someone's got to let this guy know about head trauma, about
Mm-hmm.
not moving. This guy, don't worry, throws her on most likely potatoes or something. She'll be fine. Bumpy ass roads, only bumpy ass roads, cobblestone.
You don't know the spinal damage you could be doing.
Oh, he's fine. She's going crazy.
I'm going to get you there.
God, just kill me. I don't want to survive. Whatever life she ends up living after that,
not gonna
because
be
of the
good.
rickshaw man,
Yeah.
could be fatal. But also an unsung hero, I guess. We don't get enough time with the rickshaw guy.
We don't, unfortunately.
He just dumped her and ran.
Yeah, he said, well, I got potatoes to grow. I got to
You gotta
get
say,
out of here.
he's picking up half-broken women daily on the nightly in that kind of area. It happens all the time. But
We got to talk about the ending, though, because the ending gets dark.
Yeah,
real
you don't know
fast.
what's gonna happen.
And I thought for sure, and I go, what a perfect ending. But the ending that they actually had was even more perfect. 'cause I didn't see it.
This film's got classic India cinematography.
It does.
It's really good. Everything is really good cinematography, especially those scenes at the end where it's like it's almost too nice, where it's like almost a music video esque. Like this is so picturesque.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well,
But very climactic.
yeah, Roxana ends up taking Ayush out to the beach because at this point she found out that Maya was the one responsible.
So close to her.
And not only that, but think about this: like Maya just yelled at her and embarrassed her in her house,
Yeah.
and kicked her out of the house.
And that
said,
thing about this,
I'll call you when you come back.
Maya, I took care of your kid. You obliterated my fucking kid. You didn't say goddamn thing. You didn't have the decency to flip around and
Help.
almost like a class film too in a way,
Yeah.
where it's like almost getting to that. Yeah, but yeah, you didn't have the decency to do that shit. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna go drown your kid.
Well, and Roxana takes Ayush to the beach, and they walk out to this pier.
It's not looking good.
Not looking good. The waves are coming in.
This kid, he's thinking he's having a fun night swim.
Oh, he loves Roxana.
It's a fun beach day.
It is.
Nothing could go wrong.
I get to see water. I don't get to see the beach too much.
Never go to the beach.
You know? But not a
Let
good day
me
to take.
tell you, little warning, little word of advice.
Okay.
Your nanny wakes you up at 2 a.m. says, hey, we're having a beach trip. She's got fire in her eyes.
Right?
You say, maybe next time. You say, I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, you look a little funny. You look. I don't know. There's something in your eyes.
I've known you
telling
for
me, I
8
don't know.
years. We haven't gone to the beach once during the middle of the night.
Why are we going?
No swimsuits?
Yeah, but
No towels?
no red flags.
No
this-
coolers?
Yeah.
No drinks?
Well, and even the car ride. Think about the car ride. She's
Awkward
just like
car
this,
ride. Yeah.
just staring forward. I usually
No
like,
music. Maybe we listen to radio? No. Shut that shit off.
No, yeah, it's
This is a beach trip. Just gripping.
literally just peeling the leather off the steering wheel.
Even as a kid, I would be like, holy fuck, I'm
Something's
dead.
not right.
So dead here. So
And
dead.
I can't run.
I can't do anything.
I can't
here.
do anything. I've got a trapped one.
Oh my god, this kid had dealt. I mean, he had cerebral palsy, but even as a child, he can't get away from this lady. Anyways, she just fought 15 guys. She's not gonna let you. She's gonna drown you quick.
So she takes him out to the pier, and then the water comes in, and then Roxana's at. We find out he turns around. He's like, Roxana, where are you? And she's back on the beach staring at him on the pier as the waves are coming in. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to get dark.
Yeah.
And this whole time,
She's
Maya.
waving at him from the beach.
I know.
Start hustling your ass back, kid.
Yeah, dude.
You're on a flip that thing in reverse.
You need to get the hell off that pier, dude. He apparently doesn't know what high tide, low tide is.
What was the pier? It was like half sunken in the water or something? What was going on there?
Yeah, I think, the tide was coming in, so obviously
it was not a great beach, to be honest.
No.
Like trash, debris in the water. I mean, a total murder spot.
For sure. I'm sure they found a few corpses out there.
Oh my God, the rickshaw guy.
Right.
He's fishing them out daily.
He's like, just another job, just another day.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone does.
But luckily, it's not as dark as you think.
No, and it actually threw me for a loop because I was like, what a perfect ending. She killed him.
I would have loved it, actually.
I kind of would have. It's
just because
fucked as that
it's dark, but it's it's unconventional. I mean, it's unconventional. You wouldn't have saw it coming. And the ending is kind of what you would have seen coming, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
would
they
have been
set
dark,
it up. Yeah, it would have been.
It would have
really
been more
dark.
like a 7 kind of film where it's
Yeah.
like just the two.
Where there's just no happy.
But how great would have been where it's just them at the very end, both lost a kid, just holding each other. Like, oh, but, you did this to me, I did this to you, and we're completely even.
Now we're even.
It's the flaw of keeping the girl alive, but what you needed it because there was a lot of scenes that ended up being at the hospital and whatnot. But had you killed the girl off,
Then see that, yeah, man. Maybe I might just rework this a little bit.
type it up, go a little south to any other place, and get a remake going.
Exactly. But
They'd
yeah,
love doing
that's a dark ending.
So I'm saying that I thought that would have been kind of cool, but uneven in a way because like, okay, I drowned your kid. My kid most likely will be okay.
Survive. It's
gonna be a rough road ahead.
Yeah.
But I just straight up drowned your kid. He won't be coming back from that.
No, I still think he's in the bottom.
I made it very clear. Yeah, that not a chance.
I thought he was a swimmer.
Turned out he was cerebral palsy. Not great with water.
Not good with swimming. Who
Unfortunately.
would have known?
But yeah, like I said, getting to spoilers, but didn't drown them.
No.
Really wouldn't have even been a drowning. More
More of just straight murder. I mean,
yeah.
I think you know what to expect.
Yeah, for sure. I guess you didn't think you'd make it for sure, but ends up making it.
Yeah.
But you don't feel good about it for sure. It's not a great ending. Because it's, like I said, it's, a conflicting film for sure. But it's not like, you don't feel like, oh, happy ending, thank God.
Well, there's still some shit they need to work out.
Yeah. I'm saying it's going to be an awkward ride back to the house. Yeah. For sure. Because, like you said, one, that lady probably was going to murder her. Long road ahead with the girl.
And
obviously.
the young reporter now telling the full story, too.
Right. She's got big problems because she's no longer going to have a job any fucking more.
Yeah.
So no one really happy in the end here, which I liked, Again, unconventional. I like that. It kept me guessing in a way.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, like, this is actually one of my favorite Hindi language films that we have watched.
Yeah.
I thought this was a really well-made film. I thought the story kept me entertained for 2 hours. Like, I was actually really surprised with how much I enjoyed this. Because, I had expectations. I was like, okay, well, hopefully this is decent. But I actually thought this was better than decent.
Yeah.
I liked it quite a bit. In production company, T-Series. T-Series actually...
well, what don't they do?
They do a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. I definitely enjoyed it too. Definitely the more, more Western for sure film of like
more.
film. It's not for one only 2 hours long, which is still pretty long for a thriller. Even is 2 hours, but yeah, definitely. There was zero singing in it. Zero singing, and the story was good.
Grounded.
The thriller was good too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which you needed that for this kind of story.
For this kind of film, for sure.
But I love a good thriller.
Yeah, so do I. And I walked away enjoying this quite a bit. So
I did too. And for free.
Free on Prime Video.
Can't
Can
be
you
that.
Be free. No,
Cannot
you
be
cannot.
free. Absolutely.
Alrighty, everyone. That is our review for Jalsa, the 2022 film that dropped on Amazon Prime Video March 18th, 2022. If you guys like what you've seen here, please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus. And until next time.
Bye.